Yes, indeed, you are on to the Reach Out station, and of course, you are on to Morning Ride. All right, my first guest is already seated with me live in the studio today. We'll be talking everything and anything about love, matchmaking, and all of that. Of course, this is the season of love. But before then, let's quickly say this about my guest. I'll be back shortly. Yes, quite a few things about my guest you've seen there. She is a dating coach, a US certified dating coach, and a matchmaker, a Lagos matchmaker. I need to add that. And we'll be talking on dating and relationship in this season of Valentine, and of course, with regards to COVID-19. Join me to welcome my guest, Didi Edet. Pleasure having you on Morning Ride.
Thank you for having me today.
You see what I said when I saw that you are a US certified dating coach, you know, something just I'm just adding one plus one now. US certified dating coach, seeing you, well, nobody needs to tell me that this matchmaking job is very lucrative.
Yeah, well, it's good.
I mean, I used to know. I mean, I know it's still there. You should be a very senior colleague in this business of yours. His name is Jerome Onipede. I don't know if you know him. He's been there for a very long time in this job, and he's still doing it. Well, maybe I should also consider matchmaking as a side hustle. I mean, also, to get, in addition to what I'm doing it. But nice to have you,
Thank you
with us. Okay. Now, just this morning before I come on set, I quickly I got hold of an insight. I'm talking about Google Insight now, analytics on what's been trending about this recent time, and I discovered that Valentine and issue around Valentine has been one of the top searches, in recent times. And of course, part of what the insight says also that ladies obviously are doing more of the searching than guys, and of course that more of dating app, is spiking the download. Just so many activities happening around there. A lot of young people searching for how to make love, issues around dating, and obviously technology has really impacted much on this business. Online dating and the traditional matchmaking that you do. What's the difference?
Online dating is basically like the traditional dating.
Okay.
It goes back to when you were in the village and they give birth to a child and they say, okay, he's marrying my daughter. It's just still the old school matchmaking, just in a different, way, because now technology is involved.
Okay.
But it's the same way, when parents know that, okay, I want my child to get married for this other family, they research that family. So this is still just an upgraded version of that.
Okay. How has it impacted your business?
Oh, it's definitely made things easier, because you don't have to even leave home to actually go and meet a matchmaker and do all that. So you can do that from the comfort of your home. And especially during this period, the coronavirus, we've seen that it's even much more effective. During the lockdown, of course, people were at home, so people that are single realized that, oh, it would be nice if I had a partner. So there was a spike in the amount of people that signed up, because it made more sense to, think, oh, I have the time right now, I don't have to go to work. I'm actually having this time to dedicate to finding someone. So coronavirus, impacted dating, and I would say positively.
Positively. Okay, we will still get to talk more on that. And like I said, surely a time like this, with this kind of insights that on Google search, it shows that there's going to be more business for you guys around this.
I mean, love is always going to be there. People are always going to be single, so yeah.
Well, quickly, let me ask. Why do we have to set a day aside to show love, as it were? Aren't we doing that every day?
It's the same way you have a day that's your birthday, you set a day aside for Mother's Day and there's Father's Day. It just makes more sense to have a particular day dedicated to that. Otherwise, if you just say, okay, let's every day be Mother's Day, in fact, it's going to be watered down. It wouldn't be taken as serious. So Valentine, it helps to just make people realize that, okay, do you know what? If I haven't had time throughout the year, let me focus on this special day to make my partner feel special.
Well, some people will still, that is debatable. I mean, look at what the news that trending in the newspaper, and you hear about all these unrest here and there, challenges of, and you can see that one thing that is certainly missing is love. So if we have to set a day for that, I mean, I'm just wondering, that's what we should do all the time.
Yes, I mean, I think a lot of people still do it all the time. But maybe being set, it's the same way people celebrate their mothers every day. So people make sure they call their mother every day. So people don't give their mothers flowers every week. But so people might not really remember or take that time, but a holiday reminds you. It's just like a reminder that, okay, do you know what? Remember your mother today. Remember your lover today. Remember that, to show love today, even though you're expected to show love all year round.
Indeed. If for nothing, a day like this has to stay because of people like you in the matchmaking business. But let me take you a little out of this ordinary. Some people believe that, it's not uncommon to hear that marriages today, of course, starts from dating, and it metamorphoses with time, marriages. There are people who are saying today that marriages are not standing the test of time today. Why? Majorly because most of these marriages are perhaps started through this online dating, people you hardly know, and you don't have more time to. If you know what I'm saying, like it used to be. What's your take on that?
That statistics would be. I'm a statistician, so that statistics would be
really
interesting.
Interesting.
Because you find people that they met in like 3 months and got married, and they're still together, 25 years. And you find people that knew each other for like 12 years and got married, and the marriage didn't last for up to a week. So it's not just, there's no like cause and effect, when it comes to that. It's that's just one of those things in life you can't directly say. If it was that straightforward, everyone would give, in fact, government would say, okay, don't marry till after 2 years of knowing each other, if it was that straightforward. But no matter the length of time, it depends on the couple. It could still end up, not working out. Okay.
So whether it worked out or not has nothing to do with
how you met or how long you dated for,
and all of that. All right, I'll take in. Okay, let's look at this issue of matchmaking and Valentine. I want to see how we can relate both together now. Matchmaking and any relationship, between this.
Matchmaking actually is more focused on singles meeting singles,
Okay.
And dating, I taking to a dating stage, and I would assume it's when they're in the dating stage that Valentine comes up. They give gifts and all that. Because with matchmaking, they're all still single. I don't think Valentine really plays in that effect. Unless you've gotten to the next stage, which is dating and then relationship, and so you move on.
Interesting. Well, I'm enjoying your flow, I must say. But at this point, let's pause for a short break. We have a special feature on Valentine, okay? So let's just keep you there, relax while you enjoy. So let's go on this to see this special feature on Valentine. We'll be back. All right, nice one there. A beautiful report on Valentine. You're still on to Morning Ride, and I still have my guest with me, Didi Edet, the lady in red, who signifies, and if I say you are epitome of love today, would I be wrong?
Yeah, no, because red is the
color
of love. So
okay, interesting. Now, from that feature that we just saw.
Yeah, that was very interesting, and
Yes.
it's true. It reminds me because love is not just in gifts, which people focus on.
That's right.
I mean, there are lots of different love languages. There's acts of service, like have you done anything to help somebody?
That's right.
You know, there's words of affirmation, like tell somebody they are doing well. You know, your staff has been doing something nice. Call them and tell them you're doing well. Give them a bonus. There are really different ways to show love. I don't know why people focus on gifts, but that's just one of the 5 love languages. So I think in any way you can show love to people, you should. Be able to do that.
Well, even when you talk about gifts, I'm seeing flowers there, and I know that average lady here now, you give them flowers, they are like, excuse me, what am I going to do with this? You know, we are not in the West. This is Africa. That's interesting. That's interesting. Now, taking it all, you know, from there as well, and let me ask you further, what in your own assessment or your view, what do you think should be the general essence, taken from what you know, where you're coming from now, what do you think should be the major significance of Valentine, especially around a time like this that, you know, having challenges here and there in the country?
Having challenges, actually, it's affecting everybody. So being able to reach out to people, showing love in different ways, and most importantly, showing love in the way the other person would appreciate. Someone that their phone just got bad would appreciate you helping them fix their phone, as opposed to giving them flowers. So when you're giving a gift or when you're doing, you know, showing love to somebody, take the time to make sure that it matters to that person or that would make an effect. Not just flowers because everybody's giving flowers. You know, try to see what that person needs. Person might just need food. Person might just need their phone fixed, light paid, their bills, just something minor. You know, instead of just giving the generic gift, I think you should try and focus on other ways to show love to people.
Indeed. There's no better time, you know, to do that than around this time. So much tension everywhere in the country, and we just need to spread love. Let me take you back a little to your business. From your experience as a matchmaker, which one will enhance bonding, you know, relationship more? Matchmaking, the two lovebirds just finding themselves somewhere and they sort themselves out.
Both, I think both ways. As long as you meet someone, you meet someone. But I think
Okay.
the matchmaking is more intentional.
Intentional, that's
So
it.
I like, you know, being intentional about things. It's like when you're looking for a job.
That's it.
You can just put your CV on the internet and someone will find you. But it also makes sense to say, I want this job in this particular company, and make sure you chase it down till you get that particular job. I think you'll end up being happier than just waiting for any job to find you.
I like that. It has to be intentional so that you have statistics you are looking at. This is what I want. This, you know.
Settle till I get this. Yeah.
But then there's no perfect statistics.
There's no perfect, but at least you increase your chances by being intentional about it.
I like your choice of words. Interesting. All right. Well, we don't have much time on this. I would really love to engage you because I'm really enjoying your flow. But on a lighter note, the pandemic, as a result of the pandemic last year, which of course aftermath lockdown, a lot of people were, you know, we're all locked down, except for some of us who are on essential duty. But today we're beginning to see results of that. More babies are coming up. More additions to our population. In fact, right here with us here, two of our staffs, you know, one with twins, the other one. Those are the ones that we have had. We don't know how many are still coming. But how has COVID-19 been affected or be affecting dating generally in our business?
Okay, I think it's been positive for dating.
Okay.
Because in the past, you know, when you're dating, you go for first dates, you meet the person, there are physical things that could come up, the distractions. But when you're trying to get to know somebody social distance-wise, so you're getting to know them by talking on the phone, you know you can't see them for at least 1 month or 2 months, you find out a lot about them. As opposed to when you just meet them the first day to go on a movie, there are distractions of the movie, you're not talking, you're not getting to know the person. But coronavirus dating during that period made it essential for you to sit down and really get to know someone. So it made relationships deeper. Because you're not distracted by, oh, let me just go here and go there and do things.
Obviously, it's positive. For those who are married, that's the result you are seeing. we are seeing today. Thank you very much, Didi Edet. That's much we can take. Like I said, I would really love to continue this conversation with you. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you, and we hope that we'll also see you some other time, not until it is Valentine,
Yes.
Thank you
so
very
much.
Thank
you for having me.
Thank you very much. All right, I have been conversing with Didi Edet, is a US certified dating coach and a matchmaker. And of course, you had a wonderful engagement with her. Okay, a break beckons this juncture. Let's quickly observe this. When we return, I'll be having my other guest.